Is it just me, or is your grocery bill also just too painful to look at? Inflation is really hitting us all.
I decided to do some necessary field work and went to 3 different grocery stores to check out how much it would cost to make a classic lemon roast chicken dinner.
The grocery list is a whole raw chicken, butter, mushrooms, a can of corn, yellow potatoes, lemon, thyme, and rosemary.
Now, to keep this experiment fair, we're going to do our best to stick to the same brands and weights purchased at the store. We started at Loblaws, and here's what we found. A whole chicken was $11.58, yellow potatoes were $6.79, a can of corn for $1.29, herbs were $2.99 each, 2 packages of mushrooms came to $5, a kilo of lemons worked out to $4.40, and no-name butter for $6.19.
It looks like no name cares about us.
This worked out to a total of $40.38 before tax. Then we headed to No Frills, and here's what we found. The only whole chicken available at the time was a halal chicken for $12, yellow potatoes for $4.99, the corn was $1, herbs for $1.99 each, which seems significantly cheaper, mushrooms for $3.99, and lemons for $3.99 too. Surprisingly, the no-name butter was $5.99, which makes me question this so-called no-name price freeze when the same product in Loblaws was a different price. Our total worked out to $35.78 before tax. Lastly, we headed to Longo's, where we had to work with a slightly smaller selection. Our whole chicken for $15.94 was significantly more expensive, but the yellow potatoes ended up being only $2.99 for 5 pounds after weight conversion. The corn was $1.49, the herbs were $2.99 each, mushrooms were $6.98, kilo of lemons worked out to $6.59, and a different brand of butter cost $5.99, which is cheaper than Loblaws' no-name brand. Total ended up at $41.68 before tax. Funnily enough, it's not too far off from Loblaws. So what's the best value for money? Well, based on this field research, No Frills wins with the same brands being significantly cheaper. But Longo's doesn't seem too bad as we initially predicted it could be, being a higher priced grocery store. That or inflation's hit us so bad that Longo's prices are now normalized. Yikes.